we have asked Loretta to give us a demo, and if she's ready, she is next on our demo on our spices. And we are going to give you a really cool way to earn our spice labels. And so Loretta's going to first tell you all about our spices. And so let's give it up to Loretta. She is our 2-star director, Loretta DiCenso-Tiber.
I'm coming. Can you see me?
She's coming. We see a really good picture of you and your mom and my mom and I. Loretta and I would get together often. We're very good friends, but our moms are really good friends too. And it's so cute. They like each other lots and they're so funny. They get together and my mother is 90. How old is your mother now, Loretta?
She'll tell you she's 94, but she's 80. Hey, I am just so excited about talking about, I have so many favorite things, but I absolutely love the Tupperware spices, okay? Spice containers, okay? First of all, spices are one of the most expensive products in your kitchen. You know that. What does a little ounce cost you? $4 or $5 if you go to the grocery store. Okay, crazy, crazy. And they are chock full of nutrients for when you're eating, okay, and to help you and keep you healthy. And they are going to add great flavors to your dishes. So how many of you guys like, you know what, I don't know, I make stuff and it just is, it's okay, but it's not the greatest. You know, I bet you if you added just a little bit of flavor, and that is by using herbs and spices, your dishes will pop and your friends will say, oh my goodness, how did you make that? And really it was just adding a little spice here and there. Now you don't want to overdo it with spices, okay? You don't want to overwhelm it. You just want to enhance the flavors of the meats or the vegetables that you're cooking. So you don't want it to overpower, okay? But you want all those wonderful benefits. And we won't talk about someone in my home, or maybe we will. My husband, Steve, he's awesome, okay? He's not a cook, and he'll be the first to admit it, you know, and I'll say, hey, add some garlic or add some of this. And he like adds a lot. We're like, no. So you want to be a little bit careful with that. But I really want to share with you, how are we going to keep those really expensive spices fresh and to help you save money, okay? And that is by using Tupperware's spice system, okay? Now, I'm fortunate enough, since I've been in Tupperware for 26 years, to have the spice carousel. And hang in there, maybe you'll hear something about it, okay? So it's not available right now, but they are having our spices on sale in our little organization flyer that's out there for September. So first of all, we have two different sizes, okay? In the catalog, we only have the large one, which is your 8-ounce container, all right? So yes, I have different colors here, and you know, because I've had this for a while. This is one of my spice racks. I have 2 spice racks in my pantry, and I'm getting ready to add my 3rd, okay? And on the spice carousel, you can actually have 16 different spices, okay? The spice containers, all right, no, see if I can get a little closer. They are clear again, but they're kind of frosted sides, so they're not absolutely clear, okay? So you don't want a lot of light, so that's why I keep them in my pantry. You don't want the light to touch your spices. I do have them labeled, okay? Now these are my labels I've had for a while. There are some really, really cute labels that I have, but I didn't have a chance to put them on yet, okay? You're gonna want those, just, you know, yeah. Stay tuned, okay? So the spice labels, because trust me, your spices all start looking alike after a while, okay? At first I'm like, I don't need labels, I can figure this out. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, is that parsley? Is it cilantro? Is it basil? I didn't know what it was. Got to use the finger, you got to smell it, whatever, okay? So these are gonna help keep them nice and airtight. And just like your modular mates, airtight, not just for months, okay? Because when you take that, that jar, okay, that you buy at the grocery store and you twist it open, it'll stay fresh about 3 or 6 months, while you can keep your spices fresh in your spice shakers for years, okay? And one of the ways to test your spices is, does it still have the aroma? If it doesn't smell like cinnamon, if it doesn't smell like nutmeg, if it doesn't smell like basil, it probably doesn't have the flavors or the nutrients that you really wanted to get out of your spices, okay? So what I love about the spice shaker is on one side, I can get a teaspoon and it has a little straight edge there so I can level off my teaspoons, okay? And the other side, and just so you know, because sometimes I need a tablespoon. I'm like, yeah, I can't get a tablespoon in there. 3 teaspoons equals a tablespoon. All right, so 3 teaspoons gives you a tablespoon. Okay, so you can still level it off and get that right. The other side, you can sprinkle. Okay, you can sprinkle your cinnamon sugar, you can sprinkle your salt, your pepper, your different peppers and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's your large size. And in our special sale that's going on right now, you are also going to get the smaller 4-ounce size. Okay, so 2 of those will sit on top of each other and they will make the size of your large, if you can see that on my carousel there. Okay, so of course you can use these for spices, and I'll give you some other ideas. The other thing I love about our spice containers is I like to make my own spice blends. Yes, you can buy blended spice blends and everything. They're going to cost you a lot more money, and they're going to have a lot of other things in there and fillers and that kind of stuff. I like to make my own, and my favorite of all time is the DIY Southwest Chipotle seasoning. We used to sell it in Tupperware, but we don't have it anymore to sell. So we have to make our own. Okay. I also get to control what's in there. I don't put a lot of sodium, and I don't put any sugar in my spice blends. Okay. So the do-it-yourself Chipotle seasoning, I'll post that out there later. It's smoked paprika, cumin, garlic powder, chipotle powder or chili powder, dried cilantro, onion powder. This one has sugar. I don't put the sugar in mine. And of course, kosher salt. Okay. So I like to make my own spice blends. And so when I do my Friday fiesta parties, when I'm making salsa and guac, I'm going to bring my pre-made spice blend in my spice shaker to showcase that. Okay. All right. The other thing I love to do is you can use your spice shakers for other things. All right. Multi-purpose. Okay. These are toothpicks, and my good friend Ellen Lewis inspired me to put my toothpicks in the spice shakers because of a story she has, and she can share that with you. You know, if you have that open toothpick container on the top of your counter, you might find things in the bottom someday. So I've got them inside of here. The other thing I love my spice shakers for is, I don't know about you guys, but if you're going to have an accident with the knife or one of our choppers and you chop your finger, you know what? You're probably in your kitchen, all right? And some of us might have a first aid kit, and it might be in your bathroom. So now I've got to get from my kitchen to the bathroom and leave a trail of blood, okay? So I decided to put my Band-Aids, because that top looks like a Band-Aid container to me anyway. My Band-Aids go in my spice shaker container, so I don't have to run to the bathroom to get me a Band-Aid when I accidentally chop, like the little, whatever, Okay. All right. One of the best things that our spice shakers can do for you is save you money. All right. A couple tips on, well, actually just one big tip on buying spices. If you can, you want to buy in bulk. So I priced out, and this was years ago, so the prices probably have changed tremendously, and I don't remember what year this was, okay? But I priced out 16 different spices because I can put 16 spices on here. And I'm not talking about crazy spices that you use once a year or every so often. I'm talking about your pretty basic spices like allspice, basil, bay leaves, black pepper, cayenne pepper, chili powder, cinnamon, cloves, cumin. I use a ton of that. Ginger, nutmeg, oregano, paprika, rosemary, thyme. So some of your basic spices, okay? And I priced them out to fit in these containers. And I did the 8-ounce size, okay? Grocery store, bulk food store. Okay, let's just go with the 8-ounce size, okay? The 8-ounce to fill these containers, okay, 16 of these containers from the grocery store, just the spices I just listed off for you. Total, way back when I did this was $742. And I'm talking, probably I got these prices from Giant Eagle, okay? Maybe you can get them cheaper at Walmart or something like that, but still, $742 for 16 spices. Now, if your spices don't have the aroma, if you're opening up that cover and then you don't use it again, you're gonna lose. You're losing that much money. You're losing a lot of money. Okay. Plus, insects, they can't get in and they can't get out. Okay. So great for that. Imagine them getting into one of these containers. They're gonna get into the rest of them. And a little secret for you: your red spices like your chili powder, your paprika, your red crushed pepper, okay, any of like those red spices, you want to do a little test. You take a white sheet of paper and you put paprika here, you put chili powder here, you put chipotle powder here, and you draw a circle around it, and you leave it on your countertop for a day, and you make sure your pets and your little children or your husband doesn't come around or the window's not open for the window blow. But I dare you to keep it out there, okay, if you had that spice for a while. And then go back and look at your circles. And if the spice is no longer in the circle, you might have some extra little friends in there, okay? So toss that out and get yourself some Tupperware spice shakers and keep them. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so anybody want to guess? Bulk food store. Bulk food store. I'm blessed. I live near an Amish community, so I've got lots of bulk food stores I can go to. You can get bulk food spices online. Lots of places you can get bulk food, bulk spices. Anybody want to guess? I can't see chat. Is there a chat going on? You can type it in there. So remember I told you, 16 spices, the ones I named off, nothing crazy, $742, $122.